Hey everyone, it's Brenda from Digital Trends, and after an entire summer of using public betas and developer betas, Apple has officially released its final version of its latest operating system, iOS 12. And after using it for a couple of months now, we've realized that there are a ton of new organizational features, from group notifications to Siri suggestions, and there's also a cool screen time feature which helps you to kind of set your phone aside for a little, limits you from using specific apps, and kind of lets you reflect on exactly how much you use your phone. So let's take a closer look at iOS 12. So iOS 12 brings along grouped notifications, which allow your notifications to be a lot more organized. So rather than appearing in this long list of texts and tweets and emails that's really hard to sort through, the group notifications feature sorts them for you into stacks. So when you click on a particular notification, you're gonna see all of the other notifications that came along with it under one app. And what you can do is you can either clear them individually just by swiping to the left, or you can manage them straight from the lock screen. And what happens when you manage them is you get two options. Either you can turn them off completely, so you're not going to receive notifications from that app at all, or you can choose to deliver them quietly, which means that it'll bypass the lock screen and it won't make any noises, and none of the badges will appear on your lock screen, but they will appear on the notification page when you swipe up to view them. So Do Not Disturb received a major upgrade in iOS 12. Before, all you could really do was toggle it on to keep notifications from coming through and then toggle it off when you didn't need it anymore. But now, when you go into your settings, you can do a little bit more. One of our favorites is Do Not Disturb at bedtime, which basically keeps any notifications and calls from coming through when you schedule it. So if you schedule it at 10 p.m. because you know that's when you're going to sleep, and then you're gonna wake up at 7, there are no notifications between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. So we're gonna set it to right now just to give you an idea of what it looks like when you turn it on. So your lock screen will show you this notification that says calls and notifications will be silenced until tomorrow at 7 a.m. So that way your display isn't lighting up in the middle of the night and you're not receiving, notifications that can probably wait until morning. And it's really meant to just allow you to disconnect from your phone in the middle of the night. The other thing that you can do is, if you know that, say you have a meeting every day from 1 p.m. until about 1:30, you can also schedule Do Not Disturb to turn on every single day between those hours. So that way you're not receiving notifications or calls within important meetings or at certain events. So to make us more conscious of how much time we spend on our phones, Apple has introduced Screen Time, which gives you a detailed breakdown of exactly how much you use your phone throughout the day. So whether that's the most used apps, or how many times you pick up your phone per hour, and even how many notifications you receive, you're able to really get a more detailed look of how often you use your phone. And you can also see it based on either today or the last 7 days to give you more of a breakdown of how often you use it on a Friday versus a Saturday or a Monday. The other cool feature is app limits, and this allows you to set time limits on specific apps. So with social networking, for example, it's going to recognize all of the social networking apps that you have on your phone, so Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and you can add a limit as to how long you want to keep from using it. So we're going to set a 7-hour limit. Once you add that limit to Screen Time, you're going to tap on the icons and you'll see this hourglass at the bottom of each one. So if you were to tap on it, you're gonna see a notification that says you've reached your limit on Twitter. And what you can do is you can either ignore the limit completely for the day, and this will bypass the feature and it'll actually let you use it, which is kind of not the point. But you can do that if you really do need the app for any reason, or you can just allow yourself to use it for about 15 minutes before it reminds you that the limit is going to be turned back on. You can also set it for specific days. So if you only want the limit to be set on social networking apps for Sunday for 5 hours and on Wednesday for 7, you can also do that as well. So it's really customizable in that sense, but they are grouped together. So all of your entertainment apps are going to be under that limit and all of your productivity apps. So you can't choose specific apps at the moment, but you can turn the limit off of a specific app if you find that you really need it. So part of screen time is a feature called Downtime, and it's meant to help keep you off your phone during certain hours. So for example, if you don't want to be on your phone after a long day of work, you can set it to turn on at a specific time. So say we come home at 6 p.m. and we don't want to be on our phones again until 11 p.m. By toggling on Downtime, it will turn on each day at that specific time, and it'll silence your notifications from apps or text messages. But the only thing it won't silence are phone calls. So in case there's an emergency and somebody needs to contact you, they'll be able to, or if you need to make a phone call as well. But there's also the always allowed section. So if there are specific apps that you want to receive notifications from, even when you are using Downtime, you can add them to this list. So if I want to receive notifications from Facebook, I can add it to the list, or if I want to receive notifications from Instagram, I can also add it to the list. So that way, when Downtime is enabled, you'll still receive those notifications. So with the new operating system, iMessage has also become a little bit more fun, and we haven't really seen that since iOS 10 when Apple added some new features like the ability to react to text messages or to send some drawings within our conversations. Now we get to take some selfies and edit them. So basically, once you access the camera app within iMessage and you tap on the little star icon, it brings you to selfie mode and you can take a picture. And then you have the ability to add either a new filter. That one's kind of cool, that one's scary. We're gonna leave it on that one. And you can also add some cute little stickers depending on which sticker packs you have. So we're gonna use this one. And you can do all of this straight from iMessage. You don't have to exit the app or anything. And then once you're done, all you have to do is tap on that arrow and it'll send it right through. Other features are the ability to mark them up. So if you wanna draw some cool little things on it, you can do that as well, and then save it and send it straight through. If you have an iPhone 10 or any iPhone with a true depth camera, then you'll also have the option to add your Animoji, which will appear right within this drawer. So when you tap on it, you'll see your Animoji or your Memoji pop up right over your selfie, and you could take a photo with it and then send it. These are a few of the main features you'll find in iOS 12, and the new OS is currently available for download. For more in-depth Apple coverage, be sure to check out Digital Trends.